Okay, hello, excuse me while I drive while I'm making this video. Hopefully I don't crash, but my name is Kara Ramey, if you don't know who I am. And for today's task, for today's first task, it's going to require you to really dig deep and think about what is potentially holding you back. What are you using as a crutch, as an excuse? What fears? But I'll give you a little bit of story about my beginning with Younique. I, signed up on the first day that we launched from the very beginning, and I had zero experience in direct sales. I knew that it involved people selling things to their friends. That's the only aspect of it that I knew. I didn't know about the, people actually building teams and the sisterhood and the support and being able to, provide for your family and have it as an actual career. And so I had no idea what I was doing. And I was having a hard time in my personal life. I had a 5-month-old, and I had just been told that I had a broken pelvis in 3 places, and that I had tears in several of my ligaments that attached to my pelvis, and I didn't have the money to go get the treatment that I needed, to see the doctors that I needed. It was so hard. I remember our water got shut off. I lived in Arizona, and like in the summertime when it's like super hot, obviously, I could only afford to keep my air conditioner so it would cool my house to 83 degrees. So that's just kind of gives you an idea of where we were financially and kind of where I was physically, mentally, emotionally. Just I was struggling, and I had all these things that I couldn't do. I was told I had to be on complete bed rest, so I couldn't take care of my kids. I couldn't do the house cleaning. I couldn't grocery shop. I couldn't go to my kids' games, football games. I couldn't go to parent-teacher conferences. I couldn't do anything. I felt like I couldn't do anything. And then when I started Younique, it gave me this focus to where I was no longer focusing on what I couldn't do, because of our awesome business model, I was able to work Younique more than full time. I literally worked from the moment I woke up until the moment I went to sleep. And fortunately, my husband was very supportive, and I didn't have any other things that I had guilt about that I wasn't doing. Now I know nobody else is in that situation, and I'm not saying that that's what you have to do, but I was just kind of giving you an idea of what it was like. I had no idea what I was doing. Okay, there wasn't anybody in Younique that had already done anything. I was the first person to sponsor someone in this business. There weren't any other people that had success, so I could go, oh, I know I can do it. So I had to just believe in myself. I had to not have any excuses, and because I was at such a low point and I needed the money, I needed the few dollars a month that I thought I was gonna make so that I could not have my electricity shut off, so that I could afford to buy groceries. When Derek was starting Younique, he called me and he said, I need to do this, I need to make sure you're in before I do it, and if you work really hard, you could potentially financially change your life. And now his idea of changing my life and my idea of changing my life were different at that time, because when I was at the end of my first month and I made $1,200. Sorry, that $1,200 gave my kids Christmas. And it gave me the ability to go to a doctor. And it gave me the ability to buy some groceries and to pay my bill, pay some bills. So I really want you to think, you know, how, if you had all of these things, that because I had these things, I had no fears. I had no fears of rejection. I had no fears of what if I fail. I have no fear, you know, I didn't have the thought of I'm gonna try for this long, if it doesn't work, I'll quit. You know, I had Derek say, I'm starting this company so that you can do well. So, you know, I had to do well. I never had the mindset of I'm not going to do well, I'm going to quit. You know, I had a goal of I was going to get green status in my first year and black status that seemed absolutely ridiculously hard. I thought maybe in like 10 years I can think about getting black status. And just so you know, I was the first presenter to hit green, and I hit it the very first month that we launched the product. So I had no fear of anything holding me back. This is what I had to do to be able to provide for my family, to be able to give myself meaning, because I was feeling like I had no purpose, like I couldn't do anything. You know, I had chosen to be a mother. I had chosen to become a full-time mother, and I felt like my body had betrayed me, and I couldn't. You know, what purpose did I have? And so starting to see success with Younique changed that. It changed my life, and it gave me something to look forward to. The thought of my continued success and how well I can do is one of the main things that kept me going. So I want you to think, what would you be willing to do if you had no fears holding you back? You had the feeling of that your success in this business will determine if you're homeless, will determine if you break a bone, and whether or not you can get it fixed. I'm going to be posting in the comments, I'm going to post a video that my husband made for me as a gift, and it shows a little bit of my journey with Younique. And then I want you to take a little bit of time, and I don't care if you have to make a long list or you have to just write yourself a letter or whatever, but I want you to really think about what you would do. How would your business be if you didn't have any of those challenges? If you felt about yourself the way that your creator felt about you, if you loved yourself that much, if you believed in yourself that much, if you believed in yourself as much as you know, think about how much like your newborn baby just loves you, and their unconditional love, you know, or a spouse or whoever, or your mother or a sibling. Just how well would you be able to do if you believed in yourself and loved yourself as much as that, and you were able to have no fears, and you had the faith of a child and the belief in yourself that a child does? And then I want you to post some below so that we can all be inspired and cheer you on, and help you believe in yourself if that's what you need. Love you guys. You've been doing great, by the way.